As an engineer for the last 30 years and also having studied an MBA 15 years ago, I thought it was the right time in my career to actually bring law into my area of expertise as well, and not just being an engineer but being a commercial manager and a lawyer and bringing that level of expertise to my future clients. Yes, it did. I have to say, as an engineer with a very technical background and very precise, i.e. 2 + 2 = 4, right, here we had to develop an appreciation of the arts where a level of thinking was required and no particular, well, different answers could be right as long as you justify them, but the justification had to be within a framework and not like, let's say in business, where any strategy is acceptable as long as you can justify it. So it was a different way of thinking which you had to develop. And this was very interesting for me, especially with a very technical background, to actually explore in a different way of thinking. I think one of the great things which the distance learning brought was the discussion groups, because that allowed different students from different parts of the world to participate and exchange ideas and build a body of knowledge under the various sessions or the questions which were actually raised. And just that exchange and that building of the expertise, and even though you sort of had a particular idea of, no, this is right, and then you read somebody else's argument and think, well, actually that's got merit, and it made you think further. And sometimes when you were pushed and you didn't have time, he says, well, actually somebody else wrote this, but I agree or I disagree, and then that would help you to make your argument to actually build up that body of knowledge. Yes, the advice would be to make sure you leave plenty of time before the first semester starts to do your preparation. I went on vacation and came back the week when it was supposed to start, and thinking that I could just sort of go straight into it full time, and I had to do a lot of catching up. So do the preparation work, come in early, find your feet, find all the systems which you need to be linked onto, such that you're not running around thinking, how do I find this bit of paper, or how do I find this link? And this would be my advice. Do at least 2 weeks preparation. Working for myself, being a technical expert and a commercial expert, I've now added an extra bow to my expertise from the legal perspective. So my perspective is to raise my profile higher, that I can provide a more complete service to my future clients, right? And they don't need to pay 3 very expensive people, i.e. technical people, commercial people and legal people, but they can just come to me instead and pay just that little bit more.